What a busy week it has been here in West Bloomfield. State quarterfinal basketball, our state of the communities on Monday. And then Dave Coulter comes to West Bloomfield. How great was that? To the Berman Center to deliver his annual State of the County address. And he takes a moment for us this morning. Executive Coulter, thank you very much for joining us here on the Splash Live.
It is my pleasure, and it was great to be in West Bloomfield yesterday.
Well, thank you very much, and we really appreciate you being here for this speech. Reading from the Detroit News, they say that you talked about the county's strengths last night. Forgive me, I wanted to be there, but our girls were in the state quarterfinal basketball game last night.
All right. I guess we'll try to have it back near you next year.
But it was great to have you here. You talked, of course, about the things that we generally hear in these speeches: the county's strengths, business growth, and attraction. In the Detroit News reports this morning, that you also talked significantly about mental health. Can you give us a little recap of last night?
Yeah, there's probably no other area that we spend our ARP dollars, our American Rescue Plan dollars on than mental health. I knew that this was a problem, getting access to mental health services even before COVID, but the pandemic just exacerbated the issues that we're having. And so we spent more than $24 million trying to lean in on mental health in our schools, in our hospitals. When you show up at the emergency room, are you going to get some treatment? Are you going to get some care? And one of the projects that we kicked off last night and unveiled was a $5 million investment from the state that's going to be for an integrated healthcare clinic in Pontiac that will be able to offer mental health services regardless of your ability to pay. So an important topic, and we're really leaning on it.
Well, and I imagine this is an effort that isn't being completely managed with county facilities, that there's an awful lot of people that you can reach out to across the county and find other partners to help you with this important mission.
Yeah, in fact, the project in Pontiac isn't really, we're just one of the players. The state of Michigan is involved, the Michigan Hospital Association, Oakland Community involved, Honor Community Health. It is truly a partnership. Oakland County government can't necessarily solve a problem that big by itself, but what we can do is convene our partners, bring people together to try to come up with solutions. And I think that's what we've done with this new clinic in Pontiac.
Dave Coulter, County Executive, has to be nice that I think we all feel that we are as post-COVID as we could. You're at the Berman Center with a big group last night, and we had some tough years, especially here in Oakland County, where we had one of the higher rates of COVID here in the state of Michigan. But do you feel that we came through that as successfully as we could have, and we're now as much on the backside as we can be?
I think so. I mean, we're going to be living with COVID for a long time, maybe forever. Maybe it's going to be with us all the time now. It was a novel virus. We didn't really know much about it when it first hit. Oakland County was the first county in Michigan to have a case of COVID back on March 10th. I'll never forget it, of 2020. And we've lost almost 4,000 of our residents. So, yeah, I'm glad that we're past that phase of it. And we are in the recovery phase. And what I like to say is, it's time to go from recovery to thriving again. And I think in many ways, Oakland County is thriving again. We learned about that pandemic around mental health were exacerbated. But we're in a very different place now. And I think I'm grateful for that.
Well, and you did a good job, and I think the governor did a good job. She even admitted, to the media recently that you're never going to get every decision in a crisis like that perfect. But I think we all worked together and got through this as well as we could. And now here we are back to Oakland County, certainly pivotal county in the state of Michigan. We are very prosperous. We have a huge business environment, and I assume your job is to keep business thriving here in our county.
You better believe it. We take business seriously here. We take jobs seriously here. And one of the things I talked about last night is even though it's nice to get a really big announcement like a General Motors plant in Lake Orion, 95% of our businesses in Oakland County are small businesses, less than 50 people. And they really are the backbone of our downtowns and where most people in Oakland County work. And so we're really leaning in. We have a program called Oakland Thrive. And the whole purpose of Oakland Thrive is to make sure that our small businesses have the resources that they need, the capital, the access to grants, the social media skills, the business planning, all sorts of services for our small businesses. And I want to encourage any of your listeners who either own a small business or maybe want to start a small business, that if you have questions, if you need resources, we have a new website called oaklandthrive.com, and it is going to be filled with resources and help, but also business navigators that can help you figure out what to do to make your business more successful.
Well, I think it's good that you have that all centralized. I'll take a look at that today. I can tell you, Dave Coulter, that in starting my business, that the county was immensely helpful, that they helped us, get connected with the people we needed to connect to get our business going. So very appreciative of that. It's good to know those services are there. And that we are that those kind of things are available. Anything else on the radar? Again, I apologize. I was so focused on basketball, didn't have a lot of time to take a look at what you're doing. I'm going to watch the presentation. But anything else you want to highlight that's going on countywide?
How are the local teams doing? You got to tell me, sir. How are the local teams doing? I haven't been able to catch up with that.
Well, in West Bloomfield, we did great because our girls basketball team won the quarterfinal last night. They're heading off to the Breslin. They're the defending state champion. And Orchard Lake St. Mary and Brother Rice had a really good basketball game on the boys' side. So right in our neighborhood, they're doing really well. Orchard Lake won. So, I tell the people that watch the show, we cover a lot of sports on here. But Dave Coulter, County Executive, to me, it's more these impressive athletes and just the interviewing them and talking to them. They just amaze me.
Well, you asked about what else I talked about last night, and I can close with this, but I talked about our young people, that I'm optimistic that because of what they're doing, what they've been through, and what they're doing is amazing to me. And we highlighted a number of them, and we announced a new program. We call it Acorn to Oak, and it's going to be for young people ages 8 to 18 that if they have a certain project or passion or thing that they want to do, but they need a few bucks to help them do it, this is going to be a mini grant program for our young people, brand new. It's called APE. And so whatever it is that their passion is, whatever they're working on, if they need a few bucks to help make a documentary or get a registration to a conference or whatever, they can apply to Oakland County, because we want to encourage our young people, our future, to lean in and follow their dreams. So that was a big announcement last night as well.
All right, good. Well, we will follow up on all that. I want to let everybody know watching, if they were distracted with something last night, they can go to civiccentertv.com. We have the entire presentation there, the live stream. People can watch it. Good job. We'll tune in during the day today and check it out. And Executive Coulter, thank you for taking a couple of minutes for us. And thanks again for having your presentation right here in West Bloomfield last night. Good to see you.
Happy to do it. Thanks for having me, friends.